morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across the planet, around the world. My name is Gregg Prescott from In5d.com and In5d.net for quantum tie-dye, and In5d.vip for a lot of amazing, cool stuff that you'll find there. Anyway, Allie is running a little late, so I'm here to juggle and entertain you until she gets here. How is everybody doing? Tonight we're doing global predictions. So if you have a question, put it in the chat. Make sure you put it in uppercase, all capital letters. You see it going across the screen right now. And that'll help us find it. It's a lot easier to find when it's in uppercase. Sometimes, when we're scrolling through, because we're simulcasting on 8 different platforms. And so, sometimes if it's not in uppercase, you're just scrolling and you want to make sure that you get all the questions. So if you have a global question you would like to ask, anything that's going on in the world, Allie and I will answer it with our tarot cards, and we'll see where we're heading. So that's where we're at there. How is everyone doing? How was your weekend? How's life going? Allie and I have been doing, as you guys know, many of you have been following us for a long time. And originally we started out doing date nights on Tuesday, and we would just talk, and it was just a basic chat that we would have with everyone, but we just called it date night. And then we decided to do global predictions. And we did, gosh, I don't know how many episodes it's on the thumbnail for this. 160, like 3 years worth of, almost 3 years worth of global predictions. And then we've done some interviews. Last week we had Ariel on, where we call it one-on-one, because one being In5d, which would be Allie and me, and then whatever guests we bring in. And we've also been doing on Tuesday nights the Great Awakening Hour, where we choose a number of topics. We've done synchronicities, the actual awakening we've covered, numerology, and a bunch of fun topics that involve basically everything that In5d covers, all this amazing stuff that you can find on In5d.com and In5d VIP. So yeah, we have a number of shows that we're still doing. The thing is, Allie and I, we could do an individual show each week, but we just don't have the time. And we find that the best time for us to do the shows would be on Tuesday nights. So Tuesday nights been kind of like a combination now of the Great Awakening Hour, global predictions, and one-on-one. So it's kind of like a variety night. Who knows what you're going to get. Next week, we're going to be doing the Great Awakening Hour. And then, if somebody comes along that we end up interviewing, it could be that the following week. But right now, that's where we're at. And that's what's going on with us on Tuesday nights. Allie's running, like I said, she's running a little late. She's putting her makeup on, and she'll be here momentarily. Just a quick shout out to people that are joining us in the chat. First one in is Patrice. Hi, Patrice. How are you? And there's Linda. Hello, Linda. Was watching How to Train a Dragon. So cute. This is the new one. The cartoon one, huh? Where do you find a dragon? Like a bearded dragon? Like those lizards? A friend of mine, dude I jam with, Chuck, he's got one. Her name's Lucille. He brings her to the beach. He's got a hand towel on his shoulder, and she just sits on his shoulder, and it's pretty cool. but she loves going out for a walk. I'd be afraid that a bird would come down and try to take them off my shoulder. Because if you're at the beach and you're just like eating a sandwich and not paying attention, the seagulls will come down and grab the sandwich right out of your hand. So hi to Lori and Lorraine. Lorraine. Same, similar etymology of those words. And there's Barbara. Well, you know, yeah, the good with the bad. Barbara said, Allie's tarot readings hitting the mark and not in a good way. Yeah, there's, you know, that's the thing about tarot. You know, and Allie is really good. And you know, I don't want to be biased. You guys know, because you guys all, you know, many of you have had readings with Allie. She's so incredibly spot on. If you haven't had one, you probably have seen her on her weekly show where she does, you know, the weekly tarot forecast for all signs, you know, and she is so incredibly accurate. She's amazing. She really is. And sometimes, you know, you get stuff, the cards are what they are. And, you know, bless Allie, because she's, she can tell bad news and make you feel okay about it. When I do cards, I'm kind of blunt. I'll tell you where the bear shit in the woods and if he ate corn the night before, you know? So yeah, she's, you know, she's very tactful when she does her readings. And as you guys know, like when I do cards, you know, they are what they are, you know, and, you know, ironically, I just pulled this card for the hell of it, you know, 10 of Wands, uphill struggle. Maybe that has something to do with Barbara's ordeal with whatever she's going on, whatever's going on with her. But we send you lots of love and hope that you get through it, and know that, you know, whatever it is that you are going through, there is a much greater plan. And many of you can feel and sense that as well. There's something bigger going on that's guiding you and us and everyone in the right direction. So hang in there, and it will work out. And oftentimes we don't see the reason why things are happening the way they are, but it's how they work out many times. And, you know, and then eventually when you look back in retrospect, you'll say, oh my God, yeah, now I know why that happened. It's kind of like, you know, finding a penny on the ground, you know. And I've told you guys this during the numerology segment we did on the Great Awakening Hour. You know, I found a penny and the date on it was 2022. The first thing I noticed was the 3 2s in there, 222. And I looked up the meaning of it, and it said that, you know, we're on, you know, we built the basic building blocks of something that's about to happen, and it's going to be huge, right? There's also an alternative meaning for it from Drunvalo Melchizedek, who said something similar, but he also said, what will happen is very important for the next triple number that you see. Bear that in mind. So what was the next triple number I saw? 222, which reinforced that what I felt was something magnanimous happening for the collective. So hang in there. And this kind of goes out to everyone too. Hang in there, whatever you're going through. Trust me. I know. Because I've been going through that as well. Many of us have. So hang in there, be positive, and your energy has a lot to do with it. That's why, you know, lately I've been going to the beach a lot more. I'm playing, you know, for those who know, I do a lot of bocce ball on the beach because it's a great way to exercise. And to me, it's a lot more fun than just walking. Walking's kind of boring, but when you're playing bocce ball, you know, you're rolling the ball, you're competing against yourself, basically. And occasionally I have some friends that come down and I'll play with them. But it's me being the inner child, right? It's me playing ball on the beach, basically. It's no different than children playing with and building sandcastles and stuff like that. You know, it's bringing the inner child out. It takes me away from, you know, whatever stressors are going on in my life. And it gives me a chance to do what I call a walk of gratitude. What is that? There's a seawall at the end of the beach I go to on Siesta Key. And that's my reminder to stop and put out the gratitude that, you know, each of us should be doing every day. Just a suggestion. But what I do is I bring my posse in to me and with me. So I thank Creator, Source, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, friends and family on both sides of the veil, galactic neighbors and friends, higher self, and Mother Earth. And then I go through Ho'oponopono, and I put all that out there as well. So, you know, and that's part of my meditation. Then I kind of do a walking meditation from the seawall back to where I'm hanging out on the beach. And I envision that everybody on the beach is family. Doesn't matter, you know, your race, ethnicity. Oh, look, there's Uncle Jim, there's Aunt Carol or whatever, you know. That's what I'm seeing and feeling, because that energy, when you put that out there, it's like your aura. If you were to look at your aura, you know, those who have seen their aura, if you don't know how to see your aura, there's articles on In5d that'll show you how. But initially, if you're looking at your aura or trying to see it, you'll see like a clear, translucent energy coming off of your body. It could be your shoulder. It doesn't matter where it is. But eventually that turns into a color, and that'll come off your body. I'm just using my hand as an example. It'll come off your body about maybe that far. If you can hold that, usually in the first few times that you do it, it'll disappear because you get so excited. But if you can hold that energy and of seeing your aura coming off about that far, there's an outer aura that comes out, and that just expands. And then you'll see a different color that's, you know, all around you. And it's really quite amazing. Check that out on In5d, how to see your inner and outer auras. But that's what I do when I'm doing this walk of gratitude on the way back. After I do all that stuff, I'm envisioning that everybody on the beach is family, and you're sending that energy out and you're carrying it out as far as you want. You could cover the whole world if you want, you know, but people are picking up on that energy when you put that out there. So, you know, these are, and there's so many other people out there like myself that are light workers, that we put this energy out there, and we do it selflessly. We just do it for, you know, the betterment of humanity. And thank you to everyone that is doing these little, you know, random acts of kindness, basically. And you're not looking for, you know, oh, thank you for doing, you know, we don't do that. That's not why we do it. We just do it. It's the right thing to do. Someone said that the best judge of character is doing those things when nobody's watching. And I mean, you can do that, you know, if you're walking, I was going to say in a mall, but are there any malls left anymore? And, you know, wherever you are, you know, even if you're in a car, on a bus, and on a train, you can send that energy out to everyone, and just envision that they're all family, and it really changes the energy of everything. And when you put that loving, healing energy out to everyone. So just an idea. Yeah, no problems tonight. We were both running a little late. I took a nap. The sun kind of drained me. So, and there's Claudette joining us, one of our moderators. Here's our first question that Allie and I will answer. Allie will be here momentarily. Will Trump ever get to use the National Guard in Portland, Oregon, and Chicago, Illinois? Good question. I don't know. We'll see what the cards have to say. And thank you for liking and sharing. That helps us so much on the algorithms. We greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Hi to Martel. And there's Lisa. Of course, Jeremiah. Oh, shoot. When Allie gets in here, I'm going to have to, oh gosh, I better do it right now. My laptop's not plugged in. I'm in the living room. I better plug it in before we don't have a show at all. So hopefully Allie gets here real soon. Let me see where my battery's at. I'm at 30%. I can hang out until she gets here. Yeah, hi to Lisa and Jeremiah. There's Chrissy. How are you? I don't see anyone on the YouTube chat. Interesting. All right, I'm going to go pop in there right now and see what's going on. Because I know I signed in. Let me see. Tell you in a second. It's showing that we're live. In a second. And yeah, okay, I guess, yeah. And I just see, yeah, there's a comment right there from Ray. I'm here, Gregg, Patrice, I see you. Yeah, so we are here. Everything is good. Awesome. Yay. Okay, let's get back to the studio. We're on Streamlabs, and we have an aggregator that brings in all the comments from Allie's YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, the In5d Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, and so on. We just don't see the chats from Rumble. They haven't apparently figured out how to bring those chats into the studio here, but yeah, everything else we see, and it all gets aggregated. So, and that was a while ago too, I guess. That Chrissy said that was at 8:10, and we were running late. So yeah, people are filing in right now. And speaking of Jeremiah, there he is. How are you, dude? Linda on her phone, listening to astrologer Joni Patry. Prepare for sudden. Looks like suddenly something. Not sure what that is. Let's see, where did I leave off? It's Barbara and Lori. That's right, we did that. And there, yeah, I don't see anyone on YouTube chat. That's where we left off. Sorry about that. Getting all caught up here. Hi to Sylvia in the UK, Yorkshire. How are you? That looks like a new name. So welcome to our show. And although, you know, being British, you probably have had a reading with Allie or something. So yeah, welcome to our Tuesday night show. And sometimes I don't remember all the people that come in here. We try to remember, and many times we'll see new names, and we try to acknowledge the new ones as well. And there's Mary, Patrice's sister. And yeah, Patrice is talking about Allie and her ability to read cards. Amazing. Very good. Definitely. And here's a new name. Momo Nicole. Welcome to our show. Thank you for joining us. And Chris says, you have the power of transformation through any negative challenge. That's true. It can be a positive lesson. Stay strong, family. That's a tongue twister. Yeah. Excellent point. There's Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Claudette. No Ellie tonight? Nah, I said, screw you. Get out of here, biatch. No, I didn't say that. She'll be in shortly. Our next question will be, and this, like I said, this makes it so much easier when you put them in uppercase like this. Was the hurricane that hit Jamaica created or enhanced or Mother Nature? Very good question. Yeah, that'll be a good one to answer. How to Train a Dragon is a movie. I didn't know that. I'm an idiot. Actually, you can say this now. I'm a retard. At one point, it was politically incorrect. Certainly, I can call myself that, right? Jokingly. And you guys know, I graduated with honors for my BA and my master's degree. I know I'm not a retard, but sometimes you do retarded things. I'll be the first to raise my hand to that. 222 also reminds me of the dark to be brought to light. Inner truth. We know what we want and we see what we don't want. Nice. Yeah. Go time is go time. Yeah. Well said, Chris. Yeah. And thank you, Claudette. Please hit the like button. It does help. It helps a lot. Because YouTube, you guys know, I've been saying it for years. At one point on In5d, we're getting like between 3 to 6 million visitors every month. And then when you put out certain truths that, the powers that be don't want you putting out, they end up shadow banning you. And, we have close to 150,000 followers on YouTube, but yet we can't reach all of our followers because we're shadow banned. What is shadow banning? It's when you create content and you and a handful of other people will see it, but nobody else sees it. So yeah, we have all this content, and just like on In5d.com, I've got 6,000 articles, over 5,000 articles on all free on In5d.com. There are ads on there. In5d.vip, no commercial ads, and many, many, many more perks that you have at In5d.vip. But you can still find everything basically on In5d.com free, and many of you can attest to shadow banning, where you put, for example, on Facebook, In5d has 368,000 followers, and I can post an article on there and it might get seen by 20 people or so. So yeah, that's what shadow banning is. I'll see it. Those, maybe 50 people will see it. 20 may have reacted to it, but and that's it. No one else sees it, because that's what shadow banning is and what it means. So yeah, Claudette, thank you for suggesting that. And hi to Ray. And this is, this is how far back I am. I'm finally starting to catch up a little. This is when we were trying to figure out whether we're being seen on the In5d channel, YouTube channel. And Allie just came in. See lots of chat on In5d. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I graduated with honors for my associate's degree. Right now, I was at the bottom of my class in high school. I was kind of a retard. I wasn't special, but yeah, school was boring. I hated school. I was looking out the window, daydreaming. But when I finally went to school, after I flunked out of college miserably after joining a fraternity and partying my ass off, I went back as an adult learner for something I love, psychology, which I find fascinating. Why do we do what we do? And and it was great. I couldn't get enough of it. Graduated with honors for BA and masters. It makes a huge difference when you find what you're learning fascinating, So, and there's my love. Looking up.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. The good timing, because I have to go for a second.
Yeah.
My computer's not plugged in. I just have to go get my
30%.
yeah. Let's see where I'm at right now. 22. I got to get my cable. I'll be right back.
All right, my darling.
I love you. You look stunningly gorgeous.
Not bad for chucking on my makeup.
Oh, wow. The hottest, folks. All right, I'll let you pick up. I left off right here with the next question. This will be the third question that we'll have, and I'll be right back.
Okay, let me change that text over because it can't be seen properly, can it? So let's try that, see if that works. That works a bit better, doesn't it? Yeah, I like the green background though, like that. Okay, so question, do you see any of the ostriches and you at Universal Ostrich Farm being safe from slaughter? I believe they're working on some. This is what my guides are saying, but obviously we'll look at the cards and see what the cards say. I do feel as if there are some that have been honed, and there are some more being honed. I do see that, but I do see that some of them is just really awful, really awful. I watched this channel called Longhorn Lester's. Yeah, Longhorn Lester's. If anybody wants to have a look at that, it's a farm channel, and he's got an ostrich called Carl, and Carl and his he had some ostrich ladies. They had some baby ostriches, and they're really cute. He is very territorial, and they can literally, the males can, you know, with their claw, they can literally gut a person open. So they can be dangerous, but the females are so sweet, so very kind and gentle. But the males can be a little bit much, but still they deserve to live. It's, you know, how awful is it? And I don't, why are they saying that they're going to do this? Why are they doing that? Is it, you know, if they say bird flu, there's this scientist guy saying there is no such thing as bird flu because birds don't have the same lungs as us. So it's actually impossible for them to have flu. Since when do you hear them kind of like having a runny nose and everything? So anyway, that's just what I heard from him. Wish I could remember his name. He was really good scientist. He worked for 32 years at Pfizer's as one of the top scientists there. And what he says about that jibby jibby jab jab. Ooh, not good. Right, where did we get to? Okay. So we will look into that. Linda, lovely to see you. Sometimes the retarded voice wins the thought arguments in my head too, Greg. Oh, that's great. That is great. Is that politically correct? So what have I done there? Have I blanked out the person's right? I've done something here. Let me just look into style, design maybe. Because the names have all changed colour.
That's better. That's better than the green.
Yeah, it is. But look at their name. Their name's not highlighted. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Well, yeah.
Ooh, what did I do? Did I do that? I don't know if I did that.
Speaking of the avian flu, this is for entertainment purposes only. So
that's for entertainment as well.
What do we know?
Not entertaining. It's utterly ridiculous.
But now I got to change this up here. Let me see if I can handle that one. Yeah, I think I see what you did. So if I go like that, we're good.
Changed it to casual.
Oh shoot! I see what happened. Okay, yeah, I see what happened. So why don't we just go like this and that.
Yeah,
that'll work. Or we can do a brighter color than that. I think we can go like maybe that. Yeah.
Oh, vibrant.
Yeah, we can do that. Or we can do this. I like that. Kind of like the extraterrestrial green.
Alrighty, let's
Yeah.
go with that. Let's go with that.
For
Yeah.
entertainment purposes only, though, folks. Yeah. And like we said, if you have questions right up here, put them in uppercase, and it's a lot easier for us to see them. I'm sweating my ass off. I got to turn the fan on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, darling. Yeah. I know he turns it off because he thinks we can hear it, but we can't hear it. We can't hear the air conditioning. Will anything benefit us result from the government shutdown? I believe it already is. There's something that Trump is doing in that case. But we will look into it. Yeah. Who's missed this? Who's missed the global predictions? We just wanted to jazz it up. Some Tuesdays doing this, some Tuesdays doing that. Just wanted to do a bit different, didn't we?
Yeah, I kind of explained that while I was juggling it while you were gone.
Sorry,
everyone. That's rough for me because I'm not a great orator. I don't think, I'd much rather just sit back and watch you than have to speak.
Oh, love. We work together. We do.
Actually, I'd much rather sit back and ogle you.
Patrice, same here, but did good as an adult learner. You see, I believe, a lot of the time it's because we're made to learn. It's like you sit, you listen, we will test you. It's like that doesn't sit well with spiritual people. It's the wrong energy. It just doesn't go well. Hi, Ray. Hello. Is that a new name? Moonsong, Rain, Moonsong. There was a lot of new people on astrology. So, Martel. Hello, Martel. So, Linda likes the green. So Patrice thinks the shutdown will end on Thursday. Patrice says she's missed it. You guys match. Do we match?
I'm colorblind. How do I know?
I think we caught up with the chat. Yay!
Awesome. What are we missing here?
My makeup isn't right, but I've had to make.
Oh no, you look hot. What?
I wore a paper bag on my head. You'd still say that, my darling.
Would be the hottest paper.
I love your love goggles.
Well, it's true. It's true. Ellie blames me for wearing contact lenses, and then she'll tell me to take off my contacts, and she's still hot no matter what. The hottest goddess, like what it says, right. The hottest goddess.
I can't believe you just did that. Oh my goodness. How do I change that?
I'll change it. I just had to put that up there.
Naughty.
It's true, though. To me, you are the hottest goddess.
I know.
Wow.
Have you got your fan on now? Have you got your air conditioning
Not
on?
the air conditioner, but the fan. Yeah.
Okay, because you do look hot, my darling.
I am. I got a little sunburnt today. I know most of you people are freezing wherever you are. I know it's not that warm in England. It's in most of the United States. It's actually going to get cold here next week. We're only supposed to have a high of 68 next Tuesday, low in the 40s. It's not beach weather. You can't go to the beach when it's 68 out. That's freezing.
Oh no, I wouldn't dare go to the beach at 68. My God.
So yeah, let me go like that. And there you go. Is that better?
Yeah. Thank you, darling.
Of course. Anything for you.
Although I'm in capitals and you're only in littles.
That's right, because I want you out there. I'm the introvert. I'm the one that's in the corner of the room watching everyone else.
We are the same, though.
One of us has to get pushed out there, right? No, no, because if we were together, we'd both be probably on the outside looking in.
Outside looking in. I didn't used to be. I think it's as I've got older and the disability and things has made me more of an introvert. When I used to go out after a few drinks, I was first on the dance floor at the nightclubs and all sorts. I strutted my stuff. I did. Yeah.
No, I've always been an introvert. Always, if we went to the clubs, I'd still be in the corner, watching everyone. And, as a matter of fact, I can't remember one woman I made the first move on. They've always came up to me. I was that shy and introverted. They always came up to me. They would start the conversation.
But if they didn't, you would have to.
I never did.
Well, I know, because you never had to. It's vicious circle. You don't know what you're capable of if it's like, you'd have remained a virgin.
Well, I mean, even with us, you came to me in a dream. But then that was the hard part for me. How do after I saw that you were here, I thought you were on the other side of the veil. But when I saw that you were here, then I had to actually do something that was out of my element, which was be the aggressor and the pursuer.
You definitely weren't the aggressor.
Huh?
You weren't aggressor.
I weren't? I wasn't? I wasn't aggressive when I was pursuing you, and all those hearts that I would give. And
that's not aggressive. You would have been out the door if you was aggressive.
No, I don't mean aggressive as in,
I know exactly what you mean. I'm teasing.
Okay, good. Because, man, that's not me. I'm very docile. Yeah. So, please send Allie loving, healing energy, as you know, when she's rocking. She's in, and we appreciate that. So thank you to everyone that's doing that. I guess we can probably get to the first question. Let me shuffle my cards up a little.
While in between that, I will go back, and if anybody has liked and shared, I'll go back and add you guys. And if anybody wants to be added to the healing list, please let me know. Okay. It's wishes as well. So if there's anything that you're wishing for, when I put your name on here, it's going to go out. Okay. It's going to go out regularly. Let's think of this as a collective wish energy. Okay. And obviously there is 2 30-minute readings that will be given away to somebody who likes, shares, or subscribes. Okay. So if you've done any of those things, let us know in the chat. I will add you on here. So, yeah.
I love this woman. Her energy, you guys know, I don't have to brag, but I'm gonna, because her energy is just like so amazing. And I'm so lucky and grateful. And thank you, universe.
Oh, thank you. I love people. And I know people are struggling at the moment. Oh, I dropped my painkiller down my top. Do you want to go and get it? Go and get it?
Yes. Without hands.
Sorry. We would get a room if we could. All right, we would.
Yep. Wow. Now, I was explaining, how we started out with date night, and sometimes we revert back to that.
It's not going to change.
That's part of the deal of what you get when you get Allie and me.
Yeah.
This is who we are. So, okay.
Not
not at all. No, not at all. So we're going to get to our first question, and it's from Patrice, who's asking, will Trump ever get to use the National Guard in Portland, Oregon, not Oregon, right? And Chicago, Illinois, not Illinois. I know we got some strange words in the United States.
You told me that because I probably would pronounce it like that.
Really? Yeah, the S is silent. Illinois.
Now, but I would have done in the past.
I used to say Oregon until maybe 10 years ago. I didn't know. Then I met somebody from Oregon, and they said, that's not how you say it. I'm like, okay, I believe you. I've been calling it Oregon ever since. Yeah. So our first card, she's such a nut. Our first question is from Patrice. Will he get to use? Interestingly, the first card out, it's as if, when I was shuffling the deck, the first card out was, Allie's, what happened here? Something happened. There we go. We're back. Somehow I shrunk into I don't know. Continuing on. The first card out of the deck was what I call, this is my trump card, because he's got his cake and he's eating it too. So I think that positive measures are being taken already. And although we also got the Chariot card, which shows a couple different paths and directions, could go this way, could go that way. It shows paths and directions. And I think opportunities as well of what's going on. But ultimately, in answering the question, we got the yes card of the Ace of Wands, and that's telling us, yeah, it's going to happen. He is going to deploy the troops out there, and justice will prevail. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's a weird idiom. In a nutshell, where did that come from? I gotta write that down and look it up. In a nutshell, yes. So let's bring Allie in to see what she has to say. And chances are her cards are often similar to mine.
Okay, my guide straight away, as soon as I saw this question, was yes. Yeah, eventually, all of the blue states will end up having intervention if the what do you call them, governors do not take control. This is for the people. This was what was promised, and there will be safe streets everywhere. That is the aim, and it's to clean up the the homeless and everything else. And you've heard what brought joy to me was that the homeless, instead of saying, oh, we're just going to get rid of them, they're just an annoyance. It's like they've ended up homeless for several reasons. All of those are probably not their own doing. Sometimes if they get involved with drugs, or if they get involved with, it's usually because they're trying to cover up something hurtful or painful in their life. There's lots of different reasons why people end up homeless. And so they don't need ridiculing. They don't need pointing the finger. They need help. And so what she said was going to be happening when they're cleaning up the cities is they're going to rehome them somewhere. Okay, so if they need mental health help, then they're going to get that. If they need drugs help, to get clean, that they're going to have that help. So I was wondering this, and I actually did hear her say that. So all these cities are going to be, so I don't really need to shuffle the cards, but this is what they're telling me. Okay, it's all going to be done in a wonderful way. Yes. So there you go. That's what I got.
Thank you, my love. Just like you, short and sweet.
Yeah.
You're what? All of 5'1"?
Yeah.
I love it.
5'3".
I was 5'11". I'm 5'10". We're shrinking.
I look a bit like a weeble now. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. It's that. That's me, a weeble.
No, you look like the hottest goddess.
Okay.
Yep. You do wobble a lot, though.
I do wobble a lot. I absolutely do.
I'll give that to you. Yeah, yeah. You don't like being over here.
Um,
It's okay. Yeah, I
Yes,
get
and
distracted by you. I just looking at you and wow, you just take my breath away. Yeah.
oh, thank you, darling. I feel the same. Yummy.
Funny story. Our anniversary is tomorrow,
Yes.
our 4th year.
Yep.
Actually, I should go like this: our 4th year. But funny story is, I got all my stuff together. I sent Allie a package, and Allie couldn't find hers. That somebody came in, rearranged stuff, moved stuff around,
And
and I said,
gutted.
"Don't worry about it. Whenever it gets here, we'll just open up at the same time the packages."
I've
And
sent 2 packages recently to him as well, for one for his birthday and before that just because. So it's like, anyway.
so I come to the house. I went to the beach and I come back to the house, and there's a box waiting for me at the door. It was the box that I sent her because they changed something on the international mailing system, that there was something missing and it's not what it used to be. Maybe has something to do with the tariffs or whatever. I don't know. So, and Allie was feeling really bad about hers not being here on time. And because she is me and I'm her, of course, the same things have to happen to each other. And of course, it would get sent back to me, and mine would be delayed as well. So,
Yep. Which made me feel better. Yeah.
made you feel better.
Yeah, sorry. You said I've got some terrible news. I was like, no, that's not terrible news. No.
Oh God, it's so funny, the parallels. How many things that her and I
We
just
run out of that. We was writing it all down.
yeah, yeah. And there's just so many of them. So we're going to move on to our next question, and that's coming from Martel, who's asking, was the hurricane that hit Jamaica created or enhanced or Mother Nature? Great question. And I have some cards drawn for that. So let's take a look at this. And these cards are telling me a story. We got the same card. This doesn't happen with me often. Or many people often, that you get the same card, because there's 72 cards in the deck, and the odds of getting the same card is 3 in 72, whatever that works out to be. 1 in, I don't know, 24, I guess. So it's not great odds, but I got the yes card again. So yeah, and that was in pertaining to was it created or enhanced? It was most likely. I'm not saying it is, for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, that also what I've got too. There's a financial aspect that's going on with this, and the vibe I'm feeling is similar to Haiti. Remember when Hillary went down there and promised all sorts of aid, but yet to this day they still haven't received it. And what I'm getting is like another money laundering scheme. I think it's multifaceted too. I don't think that's the only reason why they kind of steered things in one direction. And I'm wondering if the truth will come out, because there's people that are behind this, that are responsible, that are kind of like bound to secrecy and allowing that to get out. You guys know as well as I do, though, they're running out of, and that might have a lot to do with, the card that I drew here. they're running out of assets. There's not a lot of things they can do. Their accounts are getting frozen. These people in higher powers. So allegedly, we'll put it that way. But they're running out of assets, and there's not a lot they can do. They're still going to throw the kitchen sink at us, continuing to do what they've been doing. But it's not floating. It's not going. It's not going to work. It doesn't matter what they do. If you look at the Project Looking Glass, some of the videos on that, doesn't matter what they do. There's still the inevitable outcome of humanity winning. And that's the one thing they fear the most, because, and I've said this many times on In5d, once the bottom of the pyramid unites, and that's all of us, the rest will collapse. And that's why they keep us, divided and conquered, or as what they say in Freemasonry, ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos. That's how they keep that structure, that pyramidal structure, intact. But once we all unite, it all collapses. And it could be something, who knows, could be the event that does that. And in my opinion, it would be the when that solar flash comes in and changes humanity completely. I've talked about it a number of times. You can read about it on In5d. But I think, yeah, that's ultimately what will happen. So, in a nutshell, yeah, it was created or enhanced for various reasons. That's what I have. Let's see what Allie's got.
Okay. Absolutely, yes. So for entertainment purposes, but yes, that was enhanced. Mother Nature comes in, they see what Mother Nature is going to do, and then they just start up the HAARP machine, HAARP, to manipulate the weather and cause chaos. And there's always a reason behind it. There's always something that they can get from it. And they are needing more money. They're needing also the human farms, I'm just going to call them human farms, have been raided, and these people have been released, people of all ages, I'm going to say. And that means that they need more people of all ages so they come in as recovery to go into these places, and it's like, well, no one's going to miss these people because they're just going to presume that they have passed, and that's what they do. Hillary Clinton did it. One of her representatives, actually, there was a court case about it, so that's factual. So yeah, that's what they did in Haiti, and I'm afraid that's their playbook. And like Gregg says, they're running out of options. They keep doing the same playbook because they, for a start, they've got reptilian minds. Reptilian minds is like that dark energy that's attached to people, like a demonic energy. Why do people do what they do? It's because there's an energy attached to them that makes them do these things. And what is happening is they are more and more deprived, and they're not so clever at covering it up anymore, or they don't care about covering it up anymore. So yeah, I'm afraid, Martel, that's what my guides have said. There you go. It's sad. It's really sad. These people. Yeah.
Just a quick reminder for those that are on our In5d Patreon. We have our Insiders Club private chat tomorrow night. So it's kind of like Las Vegas. What comes here stays here. So yeah, you can say anything. We can talk about anything and everything. And that'll be tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Eastern. See you then and there. So our next question comes from Linda Winger, and she's asking, do you see any of the ostriches at Universal Ostrich Farm being saved from the slaughter? How sad is this world when you got shit like this going on? You know, some of the things that irk me the most are, number one, child abuse. Number two, animal abuse. And, I know you might say, oh, that's hypocritical because you're a carnivore, you eat meat and stuff like that. But some things are senseless, completely senseless. And, that's one of them. Although I do think this is the only way I can comprehend. I got a tippy toe around this because, YouTube. But in terms of the child abuse, is it possible that the abuser, the child being abused now, was the abuser in a previous lifetime, and they had to see through their karma what it was like to be on the other side? It sucks either way. It sucks either way, but is it possible? Yeah, it is. And we need to move beyond this. No children deserves that. My daughter turns 31. I've never hit her, never spanked her. I threatened to, but I never did. It's just, I don't believe in that. And she turned out fine. I'll get off my soapbox. In a nutshell, I'll get off my soapbox and answer the damn question. All right. So what I have for your answer is interesting. I'll turn it over to Allie. No, I'm kidding. Just trying to bring a little levity into a very serious subject. Being saved from the slaughter, in this proverbial nutshell, yes, I do. But what's going on is there's people on that side that have agreed to the slaughter part of the issue that don't agree with it. They're at odds with each other. It's almost as if their conscience is getting to them, which is good, because I think that that's part of what's happening right now. Is there's this energy that's coming in that makes you more sensitive to issues that affect everyone and everything. And what I'm seeing is that there is some kind of even disagreement amongst their ranks. And I'm getting the sense that it's not just this issue, it's all issues. Something big is going on. There's a new energy coming in. We've left the age of Pisces. We're the beginning stages of the age of Aquarius. This is where in the Bible, where Jesus fed the masses with 2 fish. That was your age of Pisces. And then when they said, Jesus said to follow the man bearing the pitcher of water, blah, blah, blah. That's the age of Aquarius that we're at the beginning stages of. It's all astrotheology, in my opinion. It's not a literal story. It's a tale of astrotheology. And each of these ages, go all the way back to the golden calf in the Bible, the blowing of the ram's horn, Taurus, Aries, Pisces, it's all going in perfect astrotheological order. It's a story, like Jordan Maxwell said, the greatest story ever told. And the part of the story that we're in is the age of Aquarius. Each one of these ages brings a new energy. And the energy that we're seeing right now is bringing out a whole different truth and consciousness that we haven't seen or experienced before. And now, even those that are working against humanity's best interests, they're getting some kind of consciousness that they never had or experienced before. And it's exciting. It's going to help guide humanity to where we need to be. But once we get to that one point of the solar flash, it doesn't matter. I've told you guys, when that solar flash hits, money, government, politics, religion, none of that shit matters anymore. All you feel is that unconditional love to a magnitude never experienced on this planet beforehand. So that's where we're heading. And there is a consciousness, a global consciousness, that people are just getting it, no matter which side you're on. So, in a proverbial nutshell on my soapbox, I'm going to turn it over to Allie.
I love it. I did get that some of these, I'm afraid, ostriches will not be saved. I get that some of them are very sick. They haven't been given any treatments, and that they are, very, very, and it's not bird flu. Okay, they're just, they haven't been looked after. It's like they've been kind of left. And I promise you, I haven't even looked into this. I don't know. This is just what they're telling me. Okay, they've kind of been left to it. I feel that it's got to the point of they now they've got to deal with it, because I feel that it was either that somebody either complained, or lots of people complained about this place, and also the lack of funding. There was something to do with funding issues. Okay, there is going to be a very rich person who is going to come in and save this. Is going to, could it be Elon? Could it be somebody, that we know? I believe that there's going to be some funding for it. But they are going to try and downsize, not by killing them off, but by, either gifting or selling some of these lovely birds. These birds are so funny. They have very little brains, so they don't understand things, and they get very confused. So if you've ever had the chance to watch them, it's that they are wonderful birds. But they, the males, you've got to watch out for the males. You do. Anyway, that's what I see. So most of them, yes, will be saved by some rich person who is going to pour some money towards this. Yeah, that's what I get.
Right on. Thank you, my love. Devin saying that sometimes the retarded voice wins the thought arguments in my head.
It's like, yeah.
Retards unite.
I reckon we've all got that voice going on. We do. Yeah.
Oh, God.
We try.
We love you guys. Thanks for being part of the In5d family. You're all amazing.
Love your humor. It really, it's a wonderful family. It's lovely. I love it. I loved doing my astrology yesterday. I loved doing that. That was lovely. I finished about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. Oh, God.
It was a bit crazy, but I enjoyed it.
Allie has been like the best addition to In5d. We're so all grateful for who you are and what you bring to In5d. And, the whole In5d family has welcomed you in open arms. And yeah, and we're all, especially me, we're all grateful for you.
I don't know how to take all this adoration. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you so much. I do.
It's true. It's true. It's as if I built this for us, and I've told you that many times.
I know, and I keep saying, no, this is yours. This is yours. But I'm happy to be part of this team. That's what I see. Yes, we're all In5d.
Yeah, yeah. And of a smaller team of us, we just work so well together. It just, every show we do, whether it's date night, one-on-one, Great Awakening Hour, Global Prediction, it just flows. It's so natural, and you guys can sense and feel the love energy, and hopefully, we're projecting that, and everyone can feel that as well. And I think this is that energy that is bringing us to where we all need to be in humanity, with carrying that love energy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Your cats pick up on it when we're FaceTiming.
Oh, definitely.
They pick up. They're like, oh, something's going on here. There's a lot of love and energy going on here. And they come up.
Yeah.
And yeah. So how's Tink doing?
Tink, as I think she's settled in with being at my mum's. I haven't seen her for a while because I've been head down working. It's been really, really busy, and I'm blessed. Please don't stop. Keep sending the readings. Keep sending the work. I'm loving it. But I'm pouring my heart and soul into lifting people. There's a lot of heavy energy around, and worry and fear energy, and in fact, the Patreon class meditation that I did, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it out to my Patreons, and then I'm going to share it out to everybody. Okay, so that's what I want to do, because it was about activating your pineal gland, but it was also linking your third eye, pineal, and the crown chakra. So, and it really, what I'm doing is going from the feet and detailing what, strengthening things. And, anyway, it's, I didn't know what I was going to do. This is one that I didn't write down anything. I was just going to, well, you tell me what I'm going to do. And that's what I did. So, but I believe that it will help everybody. So I'm going to do that. And obviously I'll share it with Gregg as well on the VIP too.
Thank you, my love. Some comments, I had to scroll to the end. I'll have to scroll back to get to the questions, but rising in consciousness, definitely.
We all are, and we're doing it together as a collective.
Ostriches are not sick, injured due to being scared and neglected by the government.
That's what it feels like. Yep. Because I felt as if they needed veterinary care, but there are some that are either too old to get past that. That's what it feels like. So those will be, well, unfortunately not make it, but it is going to be, there's going to be some attraction that's built around it. Okay, so yeah. What was that?
Phone call.
What was that?
That's a Crazy Train. That's my ringtone on my phone.
Crazy Train. I love it.
Linda says, I'm proud to be in the Q-tard tribe. Q-tards.
Q-tards. I love that.
Yeah. Patrice.
That's going to catch on.
Love you too. We love you too. The whole earth will soon be In5d, the fifth earth. I agree. I agree. Feel
Yeah.
it. I feel it. I'm gonna have to scroll back to our
Don't you
next.
feel that energy in the heart energy, that lifting kind of feeling? It's pretty powerful.
The new naughty hour.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, it is our anniversary, so you've got to forgive us for that, haven't you?
Yes. Thank you. Sending healing vibes to Allie and Greg.
Thank you. See, we are going to celebrate our anniversary during the day rather than the evening so that we can still do Greg's Patreon. So, yeah,
Yep.
that's what we decided, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Getting to our next question. Scrolling.
Question?
Oh, here it is. Okay, yeah. And this is coming from Lisa here in Florida, about an hour north of me.
Yeah.
Will anything beneficial for us result in the government shutdown? Excuse me. And what I got for this one? You're such a retard. I love that woman. But what I got on this, we got something that says someone saying something that someone else doesn't want to hear. You know, there's things, and we also got, the Wheel of Fortune, which presents many options, right? There's some disagreements to these options that's going on. It's as if you can't. There's a song, you can't please everyone, so you gotta please yourself. Garden Party by Ricky Nelson, I think. But some things are being said that not everyone wants to hear, and they're walking this fine line. I had a conversation at the beach today about, Trump. There's things that I don't agree with what he's doing, like when he said that the Epstein files are a Democratic hoax. I don't believe that. I don't think many of you believe that, especially when all these people are coming out and saying, no, that's real. That's a slap in the face to those people. And yeah, I think Trump's done a good job. Overall, I'd give him maybe a C on his presidency, but it'd be a hell of a lot better than Kamala being in right now. So yeah, there's things that are being done that not necessarily everybody agrees with. And they've put these options out on the table, and they're talking about it. But the word that's coming to me is splintering. There is a splintering going on. And I don't know if that's part of the plan, right? Or not. What I do know, though, is we have the Three of Cups, and that's a celebration card. It's going to work out in the end, but I don't think it's going to please everyone. So will something be beneficial come out of it? Yeah, but not everyone's going to be happy about it. That's the best I can give you. I wish it was yes emphatically and everyone wins, but there's some. Not everyone's going to be pleased about it. That's all I can tell you on that. Okay. Let's check in with Allie, see what she has to say.
Okay. Well, you've got to remember that I am English, and I don't know much about. I know the basics on American policy, but it's very confusing to me. Okay, so I'm just going to put that out there straight away. So if my wording is off, you'll get the gist of what I'm trying to say. What the guides are saying to me is this is also part of the movie. It's also part of the plan. they're saying that what they've needed to do whilst this shutdown was going on is all about clicking everything into place, and they couldn't do it with the negativity from the Democrats, who are siding with the deep state. I'm not saying all the Democrats are, but there's a majority of them that are being run by the deep state. They're puppeteers of the deep state. And so it's time to cut the cords on that. And so they are showing these people up. So it's multifaceted. One, it's showing them up as the callous people that they are. Okay. And the people, they're not for the people. Otherwise they wouldn't do this. Trump has been funding the as much as possible, but that funding is I heard the Speaker of the House, is it Speaker of the House? Mike Johnson, is it Mike Johnson? I heard, yeah, he's nodding. He did a speech about the fact that that money's running out. So that Trump is still paying for the army, military, and all of those. They're still being paid. But there's a lot of people that haven't been paid. And like I said, I don't understand all of that. But I do know that there is massive, huge, it's like if you think of the game of chess, it's closing in on the checkmate. And this was part of it. It's massive. And please don't underestimate it. And the last thing we need to do is panic about it. Because I mean, I would be panicking if financially I was on the other end of this. Of course, I would be. But there is something more coming, okay, with that. And I feel that it will be soon back up and running. But I can see a lot of people will be pushed to resign. There'll be something like that. We'll be pushed to resign, step down. The people no longer are supporting you. Too big to rig will be the next on the next elections of each of those people. So once again, ignore my wording, but you get what I'm trying to say. Okay. Did it make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Similar question coming in from Martel. Will the government open this week? Okay, let's, this should be a question we can handle. And unfortunately, I've got kind of a cloudy answer for you. I hate to tell you this, but there are talks. Got the King card that to me, in many cases, represents Trump is involved on this. We got, they're at the drawing board right now trying to make some kind of resolution / compromise. There's something going on, though, that none of us are seeing right now. There's something. I mean, the obvious is that it's a ploy for power, that the left is, trying to make the right look bad. There's something completely oblivious to everyone that's going on right now that we're not seeing, we don't understand, that's going on behind the scenes, that's completely left field, that no one sees. I mean, it could be out as far out there as, I don't know, ET interference. It could be, there's something way out there that's going on that I'm picking up that no one is seeing or understanding. And will it open up this week? What I'm getting through these cards, no, but the reason is something that it's not even a possibility for most people. It's not an obvious possibility. Something's brewing. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you. It's not the obvious. And that's obvious to me. Let's see what Allie has.
Okay. They are undoing some bad shit that's been happening. They're unraveling things. They have been scrutinizing each one of these people who are not opening things up. They are literally getting evidence about these people, and that is all going to be revealed. It's all going to come out. Okay, so the arrests will be there. Okay, I've got the undoer card. Okay, the undoer card, and it is linked to bad energy to do with children and people lesser than them. Okay, will it open this week? I got a big no. But I did get that. You see, they're trying to blackmail, as far as I'm aware, they're trying to blackmail Trump into releasing funds for the illegal migrants. Okay, to fund them again. Okay, to give them money, and it's coming up to the time when all the food stamps stop and all of everything. So this is a tinderbox. I'm afraid. But I do see that they're not going to give in. Trump has promised the people he's doing what the people have wanted and signed up for him to do. And so, so there's going to be some pushback. He already knew there was going to be some pushback. But this was all kind of the looking glass. Gregg mentioned this was all seen. This is what was going to happen. So, yeah, it's a shit show. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. He's sitting there watching use shit.
Yeah, sometimes it's fun to put you in an awkward position.
I do it to him as well.
But there are other times that I'll go like this, continue on because I'm not ready. Abundance, yes, money is coming to you. Good luck is yours. It's time. Where did that come from?
These cards that I made. Yeah. Something's coming.
All right. Bring it on, bitch.
Yep. Get excited.
Our next question comes from Chris, who's asking, can we be there for each other and not rely on the government? Creator's insight. I love this question. And it's more of a philosophical question than a tarot question, though I did draw some cards for it. I wrote an article on In5d about the preponderance of having a council of elders instead of government, right? I would volunteer for this job. You don't have to pay me. Council of elders their only job would be to work in humanity's best interest. That's it. That's all you do. And you have to be 100% transparent. For example, like every week, I would say, yeah, I got this, that, and this done. How many politicians would tell you, oh, I did this, that, and this? None, because they don't do shit. And you can have smaller, groups as well that are similar, maybe for each city or each county, whatever. But the Council of Elders, yeah, if I were in the Council of Elders, I would assign people to go to the patent office and release, cures and free energy, water-powered cars, whatever, and assign groups to do whatever it takes to make humanity better. It's been proven that through the Ubuntu and the Venus Project that we don't have to be economic slaves to a fiat currency that's being devalued every day. We don't have to do that. This isn't why we're here. Is this possible? Hell yeah. It's possible right now. It was possible 30 years ago. But because of our economic subservience to the almighty dollar and fiat currency, since 1912, we are those economic slaves to a failed system of fiat currency. That's the ultimate truth. As a matter of fact, one of the cards I drew, Chris, was the yes card. And it's basically saying what I'm telling you guys right now from the heart. It can, but I also have the Nine of Wands. Will it happen? Well, our backs are against the wall. It would take something magnanimous for that to occur. Would that be in humanity's best interest? Hell yeah, it would. If I were in the Council of Elders, it's not like a 2-year term or a 4-year term or a lifelong term. You can vote every week. If this guy's not doing the job we want, bring it in somebody else. Although you could have corruption with that as well. The flaw within that would be you get enough people that want to control the power, they vote you out, whether you're doing a good job or not, and they vote in the person they want. But that person would still have to show that he or she is working in humanity's best interests. And if they're not, you could vote them out a week later. But how could you deny, like what I said, if I could be that person that could delegate the responsibility to others, create smaller groups of going to the patent office and, the free energy and all that stuff, how could you deny that's not working in humanity's best interest? I read somewhere that, what's the Earth's population? 8 billion? That the Earth could actually sustain many more, 2-3 times the amount. There's ways of growing food, like hydroponics and whatever, vertically instead of horizontally. And healthy as well, without GMOs and all the shit, the processed food and crap that we have. So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely possible, but our backs are against the wall. Something major has to happen. I mean, like I said, I would volunteer for that job. Don't even pay me. I just want us to, as a collective, to be so much better than what we're getting. And we deserve so much more than these governments that think that they are doing the best thing for us, but all they're doing is keeping us under subservience, control, and conformity. The analogy I use on this, the government, it's like the government walking a dog. The government creates the laws. The leash is your freedom, and you're the dog. You're free as long as that leash goes. Outside of that, you're not free. Once again, I got on my soapbox. I'm going to bring Allie in.
So when at the end of the year, Greg and I do a vision of predictions, some predictions of that year, what's going to be happening, and obviously we'll do that again. A couple of years ago, I had the vision of how this world was going to be. Unfortunately, it didn't happen as quickly as I was visualizing it to be. I visualized it would be quicker. The utopia that I saw I felt as if it was going to be quicker, and unfortunately it wasn't. That doesn't stop the fact that I saw the utopia and I saw what's going to be happening. So I stand by everything that I said, and I'm going to say to you that this world is going to be so breathtakingly easygoing The hardship is going to stop. The financial worry is going to stop. Each town or village, or it's going to be kind of like everything, like money that you accumulate going towards is going to go towards what in small communities decide is the best way to spend that money. It's not going to be big governments anymore. It's going to be smaller groups of people. Like for me, I live in a little town called Herne Bay. Herne Bay will have those people that will discuss and talk about what's going to happen with the money, and it will be the people will have a voice, which is how the politicians were supposed to be working. They wasn't supposed to be making decisions against our wishes. They've become dictators rather than working for the people. Because I'm telling you, working for the people, there is no way that Keir Starmer would still be in power over here, because there was a petition to get rid of all of him and the whole lot out. Okay, so this whole energy it's a movement forward. Like him or not, Trump is here to create peace on earth. And you've seen it with your own eyes. You have seen what he's doing is telling people, telling these big, sometimes powerful dictators, you don't have to do all these horrible things to the people and have wars continuously. Let's negotiate power, financial, let's do this together. But you have to be kind to your people. You have to live by a certain code. The people have to have free speech, and all of these things have to be put in place. And then we can negotiate trade. And that's what the tariffs were about. Make them high enough that they have to sit around the table. And if you want to trade with the USA, then you need to negotiate. And if you negotiate, you've got to have peace in your country. You've got to, the people have to be respected and helped. You've got to clean up your act with drugs. You've got to squeeze out all of the human trafficking. So all of these things have been put into place. It's like a global peace. And that is what is coming, and I'm excited about it. So yes, it will be back to the people, and and it will be smaller groups of people. So no more one person dictates over the people, And I like the idea that Gregg said, and I believe that will happen. That you can vote people out if they're not doing their job. We will be the CEOs of our own area that we live. So that's what I get.
And it reminds me of when I asked my mother the rhetorical question, basically, of if there was no such thing as money, what would you be doing? Actually, it wasn't rhetorical. It was a literal question. And she said, that's preposterous. What do you mean if there was no such thing as money? She couldn't envision a world without money. I can. She doesn't see that we are these economic slaves to a broken system. My father answered. He said he would be a farmer, and he gets it. And I would too. That would be one of the things I did. I'd be a farmer. I'd have an orchard with a sign outside, help yourself. If you know someone that's hungry, grab a little for them too. I could definitely see a world without money if there was no such thing as money. And I bet many of you can too, because we put it out there before. The point is that there are so many people out there like my mother that would have a hard time understanding a council of elders. What do you mean a council of elders? What do you mean if there was no such thing as money? Yeah, I mean exactly what I'm saying. Just because things are the way they are doesn't mean this is the way they have to be or should be. What's in the best interest of humanity? Government? No. Council of Elders? Hell yeah. As long as they're working in humanity's best interest, as long as you can vote them in and vote them out, as soon as they stop working for that, yeah, I'd do that.
Corruption, or if they get corrupted in any way,
I'd do that for free. Bring me on, sign me up, and I guarantee many of you would too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm excited because I see it. I absolutely see this coming. I really do. In our lifetime. This is in our lifetime. This is not too far away. I mean, it should have been here already.
Yeah, like the Venus Project, Ubuntu.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start a new show. Call it the Soapbox Hour. We stand on our soapboxes and.
Well, you can call it that, but you can call it channeling because that's what it is as well. You're channeling the higher energies of what is going to be coming.
And we get so animated over it. It's because of our passion and our love for humanity, and that we want to see things get right for everyone. And that's why we do what we do, for entertainment purposes only.
Can I just talk about something that I
would
thought
love you
was
to.
very interesting?
Go ahead.
Okay. You know, the one thing that we hate Trump for, okay, the one thing,
Yep.
we don't understand it, the warp speed, okay?
Yep.
Somebody, this artist, he's going around, there's like a video going around, he's an artist and he paints amazing pictures of Trump and the Q team and everything else, amazing pictures. And he basically said that if it wasn't for the jabs, what was going to be our fate, anybody who was the unjabbed, was going to be the FEMA camps. The FEMA camps are like, have you heard of the FEMA camps? So they were going to basically be locking people up. You'd have the option to get jabbed or you go there. So it was going to be, it was one of those kind of like things that they were trying to get. It's like a negotiation with the bad guys, weighing it up. What is worse? What is worse? Still, I don't believe that the jabs were ever meant to be as contaminated as they were. I do not believe that Trump signed off for that. He has spoken about hydroxy, I can't even say it, but he spoke about that right in the beginning, saying to people, and what they did, they put a ban on it, you know. So it's like he's had the rug pulled out from under him. That's what he wanted everybody to take. And if you look at the thing, so I'm not forgiving him. Nope, not forgiving him. But I would rather have been put into this situation than the FEMA camps. But I tell you, back when Jesse Ventura and the conspiracy theory program first looked at FEMA camps and looked at all those coffin liners, okay, there were thousands, hundreds of thousands of places where these containers, and they was expecting that many people to pass. And these FEMA camps were like concentration camps. The people were going to get fed in, okay, and there were gas cylinder places. That was the New Order plan. And like it or not, I believe that's what Trump negotiated with, not negotiated with them, but it was the only way to kind of steer it off into another direction. You know, so like I said, not forgiven, but it made more sense because it's been bugging me.
Interesting point. And you know, I used to love that show by Jesse Ventura, but
yeah, I did.
He did a great job on that, but he changed. Something happened. He was threatened. He's not that.
He was swapped out. He was swapped out, telling you. like a masked person is now taking his place, or the things that they can do with plastic surgery now, and someone else is playing the role of him, and he was taken out. He was too powerful. So if you see a huge change in somebody and them do a complete flip flop, then that is what's happened to these people.
Yeah, that would make sense because he helped to awaken a lot of people when it was coming from former governor.
Yeah.
It gave some credibility to everything that he was talking about, but all of a sudden now he doesn't represent any of that. Huh. Yeah. This is our last question coming up here. Will Madami, he's the New York mayor, if elected, potential mayor, stay in office the whole term or not?
Because I don't,
Okay. Yeah, I am familiar with that. He's the potential mayor of New York City, and it's assumed that he will win. I used to live in New York, upstate New York, and if you look at the voting map by county, New York is red, except for the city. How much corruption do you think is going on down there? How much potential voter fraud do you think is going on? Because in the bigger picture, New York's a blue state, when in reality, all of New York, just about all of New York, is red. So it would be a lot easier. It's like here in Florida. Florida is a red state, but you have places like Duval County and Broward County that are incredibly corrupt here in Florida. And they're blue counties that stand out. Like that Debbie Wasserman Schultz, I think she's from Duval County or Broward County, one of those. Very, very corrupt. So you have this center of corruption in one of the major hubs in the United States, New York City. Is it possible that there's voter fraud going on? Hell yeah. More likely than and probable than possible. This guy he's a socialist and he's a racist. If you want to look at the actual term of racism, he's saying, if I'm elected, I'm going to tax the white neighborhoods more. How do you make that designation? The cards I drew for this question: will Madami, if elected, stay in office the whole term? First card out, death card. Something's going to happen. There's going to be a change that happens, and this might be the awakening as well, because with the death card comes new beginnings. We also have, some kind of, I don't know how long he's going to stay in office, but something's going to happen. The things he says and does and his actions are going to ultimately create what we have here. Ten of Swords, final endings. I don't think it's going to last very long. His actions will be more than enough for people to basically revolt. That's what the cards say. And, sometimes I don't necessarily agree with what the cards say, but in this case, I think there is something that's going on and that people have had it. No more. We've had enough. And his actions will be the root cause of what happens from that point forward. So you guys asked a lot of great questions tonight, and it's been
one more.
Okay.
Yeah, here's one more.
Okay, well, it wasn't there earlier. So yeah, so this will be our last question. So yeah, is there something major going to happen in northern Norway? Something to do with land and water? I don't know. Let's take a look at the cards and see what happens. Usually I have a chance to shuffle and look ahead, and we'll see what the cards say. Okay. That way we avoid this process of looking at the cards and shuffling. And okay. Interestingly, our first card out is the Empress card, and you can see she's pregnant. She's holding her stomach, and you know, obviously that's Mother Earth. If you want to look at the meaning behind this, yeah, that's, you know, Mother Earth about to birth something new as well. But I'm not feeling that there's anything bad going on with this. And I'm wondering if there's something that's going to happen in that area. And because of the next card, I see a celebration card. And when you combine that with Mother Earth, I'm wondering if something's going to be unearthed in that area. Some kind of like discovery that will blow people's minds, basically. We didn't know this technology existed back then, or look at what, you know, this is showing us about our ancient history that we had no clue about. Something along the lines of that. I also see that it has something to do with family somehow, bringing families together. And I'm trying to piece this all together with the celebration, the family, and the Mother Earth. I'm having a hard time drawing the conclusion on this with the family card there, and the Ten of Pentacles, which is also prosperity and stuff like that. Maybe this discovery will bring people to that area, northern Norway, you know, and it'll help with the, you know, bringing new people in, tourism and stuff like that. So yeah, that's something's going to happen, something that you won't expect with a discovery. That's what I'm feeling. Let's see what Allie's got to say.
Okay, I've got people traveling to that location. It's like a bit like, you know, when they were visiting, lots of people were visiting Antarctica. They were visiting there because they found something, but they kept it all very hush hush. There is something going on that they found in Norway. Okay, something has it's like an earth shift, and something has been revealed. Okay, they found something, and it's worth money to them. That's why I think Gregg got the Ten of Pentacles. It's worth money. It's one of these top families that is trying to benefit from that. Okay, take it from the people, if you like. But I feel that all that will be revealed, and it will be become beneficial to the people. But there's something that is some crazy energy there. Okay, they found it's like they're talking about an artifact, an artifact or a place within a place. That's how they're showing me, like I'm seeing like a cave, and I'm seeing inside it there is maybe a portal or something along those lines. That would not surprise me one bit. But yeah, there's something big there, and there's what they will release, knowledge that they will release to the public, and hidden knowledge that we'll never know. But there's definitely more than one thing going on there. So yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I'm kind of feeling, I totally agree with the artifacts. And I'm also feeling, though, that there might be something incredibly unique to that area in terms of rare minerals or something.
Minerals. I got the word minerals. Yes.
Yeah. That it could have been from, you know, eons ago, that, you know, something happened there that changed the chemical structure of that area, and there's something to do with a rare mineral being there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great that you picked up on that too.
Yeah. Exciting. Well, how nice to finish on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. So, oh, my love. Next week, we're going to do the Great Awakening Hour, and we want to thank everyone for the questions this week. Is there anything you would like to wrap up with, my love?
I think it's next week, the 12th of November. I'm starting a new psychic development group. Okay, a 10-week course. All sorts of things, from mediumship to you know, tea leaf reading, crystal ball, scrying, you know, all different things, dice readings. So many different topics. Every week will be something different. You can come for 1 week, or you can come for all of the weeks. It's up to you. If you wanted to tune in and you know, put your name down, you can go to PsychicAlly.net, and there is a contact me button on there, or you can place the £5, which works out around $6.30. If you wanted to put yourself down, I will then send you the Zoom link. Okay, so if you wanted a reading with me, the sale is on still, and it's $25 for 30 minutes, and that's about £20. Do $50 for 1 hour, £40. So to book, go to PsychicAlly.net. I would get in there quickly because it's nearly booked up for November. Okay, so it's there's a few spaces left in November, but I appreciate all of you for trusting me with your readings and questions. I'm loving it, really loving it.
Okay, well, for me, definitely check out In5d.vip, and lots of great things that you have there. And we'd like to welcome aboard Sharon, who just joined us there. We have audio articles, as you can see right here, VIP masterclasses, VIP series that we have with that I speak with AI, guided meditations, visual meditations, conferences and events that you can't get elsewhere, a huge PDF library, audiobooks, forum, so much more. No corporate ads. Check that out at in5d.vip. Also, go to in5d.net for supercharged, high vibrational tie-dye shirts. You know, these, I put a lot of passion, love, and energy into these, and you get the additional energy of the quartz crystal sand that is in not only in the dye I sprinkle on the sand, this Atlantean sand on the shirts when I mail it out. So when you open up your package, you might see a little Atlantean sand in the package as well. So check that out, in5d.net. So,
Linda, I will reach out to you. I will contact you.
that'll do it for us tonight. Thank you once again for joining us. You guys are amazing. Excellent questions. And we love you so much. So on behalf of the hottest goddess, the love of my life, my beautiful wife, Allie, who it is officially our anniversary there in England right now.
Yes.
I'm Gregg, and we're both sending you all infinite love and light from our hearts to yours. Till the next time, take care, everyone. Hopefully we'll see you guys, our In5d Patreon members, tomorrow night. So until the next time, much love. Peace.
Go Chiefs. And happy anniversary, my darling.
To you as well, my love. Thank you. Bye, everyone.